All right, Brittany, I'm ready. Here we go. So this person goes like this to me, so I'm feeling like there's I keep wanting to clear my throat, so maybe there was consumption of something, maybe there was like congestion of something. Typically isn't my typical sign for difficulty breathing, but I just keep wanting to just like oh, you're in the UK? Awesome. Oh no, you're not in the UK. Okay, it was just a thing under yours. Okay. So we'd say like happened really quickly, congestion, inability to really communicate what was happening toward the end. We're taking a partial responsibility here, but there's like I get a sign symbol for situational. I get something that says it's important to do for yourself. It's important to show up for yourself every day. It's important to stay on top of things for yourself, whether it's your mental health, your physical health. There seems to be like a take responsibility of maybe I didn't get that checked on. Maybe I didn't nurture what I needed to do in that way. Maybe it was a cycle that was out of control. Holy, my breathing. Oh, Brittany, oh my gosh. Wow. Brittany said he drowned. First of all, I'm like consuming, or I can't breathe, or I'm just doing this the whole time. And he drowned. So I see that it's a very, here's what I see. I see like maybe there is, I'm going to just pretend, okay? I am pretending that there's a building or maybe a covering off to the distance. Maybe it's a gathering of some sort, a birthday party of some sort, a cookout, a chill spot. And you know how the kids play on the outskirts of things? And I am on the riverbank. And I am doing my own thing, minding my own blah, blah, blah. But mom says, that's dangerous, blah, 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 okay? And I am just, I would take responsibility for the last thing, like, it's the last thing I remember, like, it's it seems like a, oh, don't grab that, and you go to grab a stick, and then the stick falls, and then everything falls. So I think that there might be people near, but I feel them off at a distance. It almost seems like, you know, my kid going and playing there just because he can and nothing happens and it's fine. He comes back in with wet feet and I'm like, oh, but this is like off to the distance. Nobody's seeing it. Should have been more aware. Mom would have told me not to do this. Like something like we're just wandering and a mishap happens. I can't see that there's a push. I can't see that there's I think that if I'm even looking for someone close to me, I'm like, let's say I'm playing with another friend. Hello, Michael. Let's say I'm playing with a friend along this, but that person's like up on the thing and like 2 trees over. So there may be people all around, but it was so quiet. Like, boop. What's going on? Even the person that's with him would have been like, what is going on at the lake? So was everybody there? Like, because this genuinely, how it feels like, and you say at the lake, it sounds like a nostalgic spot, a family hangout, if you will. And it seems like everybody's congregating, and then he and someone else goes over to the lake, and one person goes farther down, and he has a mishap right there, and it was like absolutely silent, to be honest. So let me know if that resonates or compares into what actually happened, or how that compares or how that resonates with what really went down that day. How old is he? They were always at the lake. His girlfriend daughter was on the boat with him. Yeah, he feels nothing but guilty when I say that. He feels like, I think we get tangled up and held under. She was found by herself on the boat floating. How old? Oh my gosh. How old? I feel like if I go in, then I am wearing clothes and I have something that gets, it's like a tangled in, can't catch yourself feeling. He was 29 and she was 5. Oh my God. Can you imagine taking your girlfriend's daughter out, going fishing? Oh my gosh, poor baby. No, I can't see anybody was involved. I think it gets out of control. I think that it happened so quick and silently. I don't think that she even realized what was happening. I think it was quiet. I don't think it was chaotic for her. I think she just looked up and nobody was on the boat anymore. I think that he was fully like wearing clothes and something got, like maybe he got hooked to the underside of the boat or like got tangled up in the motor itself. Like, whew, the same thing happened to the chick on the show Glee. She drowned and her kid was found on the boat. That is wild. Absolutely just tripped my shit wild, honestly. He makes me feel like he's just like, oh, he's so happy nothing happened. Because listen, even though he's underwater, that person is like gone in 2 rows over and it was quiet and nothing happened and he had his girlfriend. Yeah. I'm so happy that baby's okay. And honestly, so is he. He is so happy that that baby is okay. Honestly. Ugh, tragic, but she won't remember a thing. It's super crazy because he was a swift water rescue fighter, so he knew how to swim. So he was literally a water rescue person, and he knew how to swim. So remember how he was talking about that person back up on the bank and over? How even if he had gone in, it was like so silent. And then he even did this and like, it just feels like he's reaching for branches or like, he tells me he's clothed. That's why I wondered if it was just a drowning. Was he wearing clothes? He keeps talking about his clothes. He keeps talking about what he has on. He keeps talking about getting tangled up, like being heavier than he remembers. First of all, it was the shock and confusion and the fact that like we're already, before we can even like compute what had happened, we were already under going upwards and he was already under, so there was no like surface water struggle. Yes, he was. Yeah, and so I just feel like it was like, you know, potentially hit our head, but I don't think so. But it just seems like he wasn't even he was expecting to fish, not swim, you know. And one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden he's tangled, and he's like, "Wait, I'm under the boat. What's happening?" And by the time you can even gather yourself, you're out of it. Yeah, he did not. I cannot see anyone else involved, and I can't see that 5-year-old just hucking him off the boat by any means. Because he seems like a great guy, and he seems like he genuinely wanted to fish with her. And the fully clothed, and even down, like if he was wearing his boots or anything that could fill with water, like boots. I'm not even talking like tennis shoes, which already don't make it easy. Like for some reason, he's wearing boots today, and that's like what pulls him down, or some sort of like fisherman vest with lots of like hooks and things that could bring him down. So it was like the weight that was pulling him down before he could get to the surface. Yeah, because remember how I'm like, he's like saying, I just feel like I'm consuming, and you know, it's like even if you try to get up to the surface, you can't.